Hey people, Blue Pencil here. These past few weeks have been busy with classes and projects, but woohoo! Another video finally uploaded. Today I want to talk about drawing anime or anything stylized. I've seen different videos from YouTube creators about whether drawing like this should be encouraged. I wanted to share my thoughts, so let's get started. The first part I'd like to address is if you're starting to draw, should you do so in an animated style? Some people will be quick to say, have the freedom to draw what you want. Others on the lines of, hone the basics before manipulating them to your liking. When I was starting out, I aspired to draw like my sister in the shows I watched. Animated characters and settings caught my eye, and I was determined to draw the same. For me, I'll say this mindset held its pros and cons. The benefits were these inspirations introduced me to something I became passionate about. I gave myself the creative freedom to draw whatever I wanted. With enough practice, my images looked more fluid. Now for the cons. My proportions were terrible when I first started. Humongous eyes, small nose and mouth barely fitting the face, and spiky hair going any direction it pleased. Now, that was just the head. Forget about whether the body looked right or if the positions brought needed movement. I also learned techniques and terms later in art classes which helped me understand how to successfully achieve what I wanted in my artwork. So, while I look back nostalgically to that first couple of years of drawing the way I did, my progress could have gone smoother if I understood the basics. The next thing I'll discuss is the supposed stigma of drawing anime in an art class. I'll admit, I've seen it and went through it myself. At first, it didn't make sense why an art teacher would display a combination of disappointment, hesitation, and even frustration when seeing a drawing of an anime character. I mean, art is art, right? You honor the urinal on display but have an issue with a sketch that took time and effort to display. If you guys aren't getting the urinal reference, there will be a link in the description. Anyways, art teachers should encourage unique styles and not snuff it out with art they approve of. That's what I thought too. I still do to an extent, if I'm honest. It is ridiculous if a teacher rages at a student doodling anime, calls them names, and so on. Aside from that, I can understand why they encourage to step away from that form of drawing. Referring to my first point, understanding the basics earlier could have improved my art skills and made any stylized variations more effective. I think that's what the majority of art teachers want their students to understand. Aside from anime, there are so many different art styles, each with their own distinct skills to master. The professors I've interacted with desire their students to sharpen these skills and later use them successfully in their projects. I'll be honest, learning about proportion and figure drawing helped a long way with designing my characters. Another part of this to mention is the students who reluctantly draw anything other than anime and avoid proper criticism. Now, I'm not implying every person who loves to draw anime is like this. I'm sure there's only a small percentage compared to those who wish to expand their art skills and grow from critique. Drawing anime is not ludicrous. Those who establish careers in this stylization understand good line work, proportions, expressions, and much more to make their media successful. I just think it only becomes a hindrance if artists don't take the time to understand these basic art principles. Criticism is another thing. I've seen people, and me especially, get butthurt if a teacher doesn't approve the artwork they created. But I think sometimes we forget to take into account of the circumstances. For example, if the professor wanted a contour drawing of a fruit bowl, you shouldn't hand in a sketch of an animated character holding a fruit bowl and accept the same grade as someone who completed the criteria. Now, if the professor's lenient, you can always discuss whether you could add your own personal flair to the project. I'd like to end this topic with a little nugget of wisdom. Draw what makes you happy, and learn how to make those drawings even better. To be clear, it was never my intention in this video to bash on those who draw in unique styles. Just my thoughts that you can freely take or leave. I, for one, love stylized art. I try to combine stylized elements with realistic proportions in my artwork. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. My goal is to post another video at the end of the month, so keep an eye out. Stay safe and have a pleasant day. Yeet!